Hello Transformers fans, this is your host, the Monkey King, bringing you another Transformers review. And today we're looking at the Transformers Takara Tomy Disney labeled Buzz Lightyear. I am really happy to finally own all three of the Disney labeled Transformers. And I can probably tell you right now, out of the three, this one is probably the later one. They worked out a few kinks, but there still are some. With vehicle mode, it's a very nice looking vehicle. It's the box that Buzz Lightyear came in Toy Story 1. Very nice recreation of it. The thrusters in the back. Of course, he has undercarriage, which, let's face it, if you're a jet or a spaceship, you're gonna have undercarriage. There's nothing you can do about it. There is even a tiny Buzz Lightyear, which does come out. Here's Tiny Buzz. Tiny Buzz. I'm gonna put him back in, and it rolls relatively well. Pretty good. Probably not the best roller, but still pretty nice nonetheless. Now, transformation, you want to go ahead and pull out Tiny Buzz. And the one creepy thing I have with Tiny Buzz is this. Flip him over, and there's his head. So basically, his butt is his head. Now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and unplug this, close the window, and I'm starting to notice that okay, never mind, I was about to say it doesn't close all the way, but I just got it all the way. And then I want to unpeg his feet, go ahead and rotate them up. You can go ahead and close them, so that just looks weird. It's like Buzz is squatting. But then you want to go ahead and move his backpack up, flip this down, and flip this down. So that we have this in the end. You can go ahead and flip this over, bend his knees, rotate them down. And here you have Buzz Lightyear. Now, one cool feature, get the head in, and three things happen. One, the only problem is if you can get him in there. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but keeping his head in there stably is pretty difficult, like I said. Well, once you do that, his waist pops down, his wings pop out, and the little Space Ranger logo pops up. One way to keep his head in there is just by closing his faceplate, which does move. Unfortunately, it does not close all the way. You have to move this up. But when you do, it looks a little silly for me. Because the front of it doesn't close all the way down. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. His arm, that's the one problem with this toy. I'm just gonna leave his head out, so we get headless Buzz. One good thing is the articulation in the arms. Unlike the other two toys, he does have a little bit more of a full articulation. He has elbow joints, which is probably a big plus in my book, and wrist articulation, but no finger articulation, which sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Even the detailing in his robot mode is accurate to the movie and TV show, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. And he does have a little Star Command logo that pops in. All in all, Buzz, like I said, Buzz has worked out a few kinks from the other two. And he is a nice looking figure. I'm going to go ahead and put his box behind him. Although the problem with keeping his head actually in his little spacesuit does become a bit of an issue, as you've seen in this video. But all in all, Buzz Lightyear, the Takara Disney label, isn't a bad toy. It has... Probably the only thing that it has differ from the other two toys is the elbow articulation and, well, basically just better arm articulation. In the end, I give the Disney label Transformers Buzz Lightyear a 4 out of 5. Well, Transformer fans, that's it for me. Until then, review on.